Hi and welcome to Pchtv. I'm Alexis.
And I'm Anna.
Alexis, Sarah, and I talked to the freshman boys volleyball team about this season.
The boys freshman volleyball team is struggling a lot with quarantines and has needed to make many adjustments. However, the boys who are still playing are still finding things to enjoy about the season.
I think my favorite part of high school volleyball is definitely just hanging out with my teammates, because a lot of my teammates, this is like their first year playing volleyball, so I know that I'm not alone.
Being able to compete and being able to learn new skills and be better.
So this is probably my, probably at least 9 or 10 years, my 10th year of coaching. I've had an opportunity to be a part of all 3 state championships, so that probably was the most entertaining part of coaching, just being a part of that experience.
The volleyball team has been greatly impacted by COVID and has lost many of their players due to it.
Right now we are down 6 guys, I think. Yeah, I think 6 guys.
Well, many of our teammates have already been quarantined, so they obviously can't play during that time, which sucks.
Quarantines are not the only thing that the team has struggled with.
I think my knee injury on my right knee is definitely like my worst one that I had to overcome, because it hurt for so long, and it got extremely swollen too, so I had to put a brace on it for about a couple weeks.
Now that they've got the season under their belt, the freshmen have advice for 8th graders who are interested in playing.
Do not be scared to try out. If you see, while you're doing spring sports, you look at it and you see volleyball, just don't be afraid to, because it's a very easy sport to learn and you'll have tons of fun.
Well, my past team was club, and it wasn't as like camaraderie as our team is. It's very friendly and it's a lot lighthearted, so I'd recommend it over club because it's not so stressful.
But boys volleyball is kind of a sport that is still where, like, sometimes boys don't know it exists. So a lot of times we get guys that are brand new, so even if you've never played before, that's perfectly fine.
This is Alexis,
Anna.
and Sarah reporting for PCH-TV.
Finals are about to happen at PCH. Learn from others as they share their study tips and how they prepare for these big tests.
Students everywhere are excited for the last weeks of school, wrapping up yet another year. Although this might be exciting for them, they're being prepared for one more final test.
Throughout our class, we've been working on getting ready for the final and the AP exam at the same time, so it's kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone, which has been really nice. But we take it small study sessions, put some time in between, make sure that you're asking yourself a lot of practice questions, not just reading through your notes.
Along with teachers preparing their students, many of them are finding their own ways to prepare for these tests.
I make sure to go back over my notes and get a good sleep schedule right before, like at least a week before the final, just to make sure I'm prepared for it. And also I look back on recent assignments to make sure that I have the material fresh in my mind.
Many of these exams have changed for the students, giving them certain obstacles they've had to overcome.
So the biggest struggle is probably time management, because like for me, I go to school all day and then I have my sports right after school, and then I have to go home and then study, but I have to also make sure that I eat a good dinner and then like still go to bed like on time, so that way I'm prepared and just get enough sleep before the test.
Along with the fears of taking tests, extra nerves are thrown in with these ones, although there are many ways to tone down some of them.
Try to set a time aside during the day, if you're able to, and small, short study sessions tend to work out better than like one long cram session. That doesn't usually work out very well. It's just impossible for us to retain that amount of information, the larger amounts. Set some rewards for yourself after you study for 30 minutes. Give yourself a 10-15 minute break. See if you can get back at it a couple, 2-3 times a night, and spread it out over multiple nights instead of trying to do it all in that final weekend.
With this exciting school year coming to an end, many people are ready to get over this final hill and enjoy their much needed time of relaxation. This is Maddox reporting for PCH-TV.
Demorion and Jordan talked to boys track athletes about the 2021 season.
Junior John Ellis talked to us about his junior track season.
And I run the 4x4 and I do high jump.
John gives his opinion on if the track change has been better or worse for players.
I think it's been worse because we can't like have a tent during track meet, so we really don't have anywhere to chill, and we can't have spectators.
On the bright side, he doesn't let the change how he feels about track.
I don't think it has because we're outside, so we're kind of already socially distanced, so no.
Junior Xavier Cook also tells us about how he feels about the track season.
And I run the 100, the 200, and the 4x4. In some cases it has. Other cases, I think, like without fans, not being able to have fans, being only allowed 4 teams in Parkway, 8 teams in like other parts of the city. I think that's the only thing that's gotten worse about track compared to my freshman year. But other than that, it's been the same for real. Yeah, no, not really. Yeah, it really hasn't. It's just, it's the same, but like, since we can't really have fans, that's the only thing different.
We talked with senior Andrew Aarons about his track season this year.
And I run the 1600, 3200, 4x8, 800, and 4x4. Well, a mix of those.
Yeah, you can go.
Has the change in track been better or worse the track was?
I'd say it's been worse just because we don't get any spectators, and wearing masks and running isn't very fun, and we don't get a tent, and we have to leave after our events, so that means that we don't get to cheer on our teammates.
Okay, Andrew.
Not really on track. I'd say it's probably made me more thankful to have it, so I get to like actually do stuff outside of school. Because a lot of stuff gets canceled, so I'm pretty thankful that we actually have a season. Because we didn't have one last year, so yeah.
This has been Demorion Jackson
And Jordan Tate
reporting for PCH TV.
What has school been like for the different grade levels? Jahari finds out.
Check 1, 2, 3.
What is your name?
Sophia Bulk.
My name is Deja.
Ebony Page.
My name is Raven.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 9th grade.
I am in 10th grade.
I am in the 12th grade.
What school do you go to?
Parkway Central.
I go to Parkway Central High School.
Parkway Central High.
Parkway Central High.
Do you enjoy school?
Most days.
I enjoy going to school on most days.
I guess you could say that.
I enjoy the people.
Do you prefer online or in person?
I prefer in person.
I feel more motivated to do my work in person.
In person.
In person, most definitely.
Do you feel more motivated to do your work in school or out of school?
Definitely in person, because online I get distracted too easily.
Because if it's online, I will never do the work.
In person.
How do you keep yourself motivated towards the end of the year?
Because you just gotta finish strong.
I keep myself motivated towards the end of the year, knowing it's the end of the year and I don't have much left to do.
Teachers keep telling me, do your work.
So, I just remember that when I have kids, I want to say that I finished high school with no regrets.
What is one thing you have gotten out of the school year?
Bringing up my grades.
One thing I feel like I've gotten out of school so far is managing my time more wisely.
Hard work.
New friends.
This is Jahari Harris reporting for PCH TV.
Virginia talks to the PCH cheer coach about how cheer has changed and what's to come for the team.
Like many other teams in the school, the Parkway Colts cheer team has gone through many changes due to the coronavirus. What does cheer look like right now with the pandemic going on?
Due to COVID, we have had to have a lot of restrictions as far as proximity when we're practicing. Early on, we had to split groups up and we could only have certain girls practicing with other girls. We of course had to wear masks and stay 6 feet apart, so we weren't able to do like our stunting or do as many like team building activities in the beginning. Now we're kind of back to normal, but we do have to wear the masks still. At first the team was pretty upset that we weren't able to do the same things like normal. Our game schedule was cut back pretty severely, and so that was pretty upsetting. But overall the girls have stayed positive, and so moving forward everyone is continuing to be positive.
Cheerleading is a very popular sport, with an estimated 160,000 girls participating every year. However, the coronavirus put regular practices to a halt.
Our practices now are getting closer to normal every week. We are learning cheers, we're back to stunting, we're back to tumbling and jumping, just all while wearing masks. The future plans are to follow whatever COVID protocols are in place at the time and keep trying to get back to our normal.
The Colts are not letting the pandemic stop them. While following the regulations to stay safe and healthy, they're still working hard to keep school spirit strong in Parkway Central. This is Virginia McKeon reporting for Pchtv.
As restrictions and big events are back, Madison takes a look at the impact that COVID-19 has had on the lives of local bands, Beekman, and Social Construct.
While COVID affected everybody, the performance industry was hit particularly hard. The concerts and musical output that musicians relied on were shut down with no warning, leaving many performers to put a pause on their passion.
It shut it down for a while.
Yeah.
It was depressing.
Like, people that were making money just doing straight up performances all the time, they kind of got screwed over.
For local bands especially, COVID took a heavy toll.
Everyone was having a rough time. No one was having it easy, especially when this first came around. But it almost broke us up multiple times just because of the stress of trying to get things going with absolutely no output. I mean, it was like we were giving our all and receiving nothing in return.
Right when we recorded our demo right before COVID, like literally the week before, so we were about to go and perform. We were about to go to try to get some studio and time and some gigs, and that's right when COVID hit. So before we could actually do anything, we kind of had to put a pause on it.
But with vaccines becoming more common, these musicians are eager to take the stage once again.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's like almost too good to be true. Like our most recent gig got postponed, so it gave me a little bit of but
yeah.
I think it'll turn out good.
Yeah,
I'm very excited. When COVID first came around, I was worried that first off, concerts would never come back because no one knew. No one knew how long this was going to last or what even it was. But I could not be more excited because really there's no feeling like playing and being at a concert.
For who we are right now, it might change in a while, but right now it's just about having fun, spreading fun to people, and just having a good time. We're not really we're not an emo band or we're
political.
Or we're not political. We're just we just like energy and
some friends who like to play music and have fun and spread that energy.
Yeah.
My band's message for the viewers, I think, just don't take life too seriously. Everything that we've ever written covers topics that are almost too serious to be in the kind of music that we play. But our message is the opposite. I feel like our thing is just about living and doing whatever makes you happy because that's the only thing that's important.
With concerts coming back, the hope of large-scale performances is becoming more reasonable. Soon the performance industry will be back on its feet. This is Madison Peters, reporting for PCHTV.
Thank you for watching PCHTV.